The NBA has a Luka Dončić problem, a big one. After the Mavericks traded Luka to the Lakers due to concerns about his weight and conditioning, a source close to Dončić told ESPN a beast was awakened inside him.
Dončić step back three. It's good!
And over a month later, that beast is fully unleashed. 31 on the Nuggets, 33 on the Suns, 45 on the Bucks. No scheme is working. No defender is stopping him. And the scariest part, he's just getting started. So today, let's break down why stopping Luka isn't just hard. It might be impossible. The Luka Dončić trade wasn't just a shocker. It was a moment that made the entire NBA world question everything. Fans weren't the only ones in disbelief. Even NBA players reacted like they had just seen a glitch in the Matrix. But once the dust settled, the conversation shifted to what this meant for the Lakers and the league as a whole. The general belief at the time was that LA had given up on the 24-25 season in exchange for long-term success. Except that's not what happened. With Dončić and LeBron James leading the charge, the Lakers turned things around immediately. And what Luka has done since arriving in Los Angeles has been nothing short of incredible. In just 16 games, while still playing his way back into shape, he's averaging 26.5 points, 8.8 rebounds, 8.0 assists, and 1.9 steals per game. He's shooting 40.5% from the field and 34.2% from deep. For most players, those are all NBA numbers. But for Luka, that's not his standard, because when you cut it down to just his recent performances in March, it's even better. In 9 games this month, Dončić is putting up 30.8 points, 9.2 assists, 8.9 rebounds, and 2.1 steals, while shooting 40.2% from 3. No Laker has produced those numbers in a single month since LeBron.
Dončić sidestep three-pointer is good.
But his impact goes beyond the stats. With Luka in the lineup, the Lakers have gone 11-5, improving to 42-26 on the season, even with key players like LeBron and Rui Hachimura missing time. Plus, the milestones are piling up. Luka just joined LeBron as the fastest Laker ever to reach 300 points and 100 assists with the franchise. He also became the fastest player in Lakers history to hit 53s. And this is all happening while he's still getting back into peak condition after missing a big stretch of the season with an injury. If this is Luka Dončić operating below his best, the rest of the league is in trouble. But if we're talking about the real Luka effect, it's not just about his stats, it's about how his presence has completely reshaped this team. Call it coincidence or just perfect timing. But about 2 weeks before the Lakers traded for Luka Dončić, JJ Redick laid out LA's biggest flaw: their inability to create easy offense by forcing double teams. The Lakers struggled to generate consistent offense, especially from deep. Redick put it bluntly, saying, "We don't have a guy on our team that's going to necessarily always draw two to the ball. We don't have a guy on our team that's going to be able to get past his guy one-on-one and get to the paint and spread it out to the perimeter. Like, that's just not our team." As great as LeBron James and Anthony Davis were, as much defensive attention as they commanded, it wasn't enough to consistently break down defenses and create the kind of high-percentage open threes that elite teams like Boston and Cleveland generate at will. Then, the trade happened, and while Dončić needed a couple of games to get his legs under him, once he found his rhythm, everything changed. The Lakers' offense didn't just improve, it transformed. For better or worse, like it or not, adding a ball-dominant playmaker like Dončić meant the Lakers were always going to shift toward a Luka-centric offense.
Dončić with his 5th rebound, racing up the floor, alley-oop to James! They connect again.
And when you have perhaps the best pick-and-roll operator in the NBA, that's not a bad thing. Most defenses have no choice but to send 2 defenders, sometimes more, when Luka comes off a screen. The moment they do, he picks them apart. Whether it's hitting the roller, finding a weak side cutter, swinging the ball to the open shooter, or just carving up defenders himself, Dončić controls every possession like a chess master. Redick and LeBron knew it too. They made a conscious effort to put the ball in Luka's hands more with each passing game, and the results have been staggering. Before Dončić's first game as a Laker on February 10th, LA ranked 22nd in the NBA in pick-and-roll frequency. Since then, they've skyrocketed into the top 5. Since Luka Dončić made his Lakers debut on February 10th, the shift has been undeniable. They started as a team with the league's 16th ranked offense and 4th ranked defense, but they're steadily climbing. Since March 4th, they've cracked the top 11 offensively. a testament to how Dončić has completely reshaped the geometry of LA's attack. The Lakers are now realizing what J.J. Redick envisioned in the preseason, a team that embraces the modern NBA's high-volume three-point philosophy, and the numbers prove it. Before Dončić's arrival, the Lakers ranked 26th in three-point attempts per 100 possessions, averaging just 34.3 attempts per 100 possessions. Since February 10th, that number has jumped to 42.3, now the second highest in the NBA over that span. That's not just an increase, it's a complete stylistic overhaul. This isn't random, it's the Dončić effect in full force. Defenses have no choice but to send double teams, which means open looks for everyone else. And when a defense hesitates, Luka's pulling up from anywhere within 30 feet, stretching their coverage to the absolute limit. According to Cleaning the Glass, the Lakers' three-point frequency jumps by 6% with Dončić on the floor, ranking in the 94th percentile league-wide.
On the switch, Luka's got the big on him, tries the three, and hits it! The first.
Austin Reeves, one of the biggest beneficiaries of Dončić's arrival, summed it up perfectly. He creates such havoc for teams' defenses that 90% of the time people are blitzing him, as you can probably see, and he makes the right play out of the blitz. He doesn't try to force it too much in those situations, and he makes the right play. So therefore, you're playing 4-on-3, and it just comes down to playing the game the right way and passing it to the open person because 3 people can't guard 4. But the most striking difference is the Lakers' ability to generate corner threes. Since their February 22nd game against Denver, LA leads the league in corner three frequency, with 13.7% of their shots coming from the corners. Before that, they ranked 24th. For reference, last year's Mavericks with peak Dončić set an NBA record with a 12.9% corner three frequency. That team went to the finals. This Lakers squad is trending in the same direction. But the crazy thing is that Luka hasn't slowed down, even with key players like LeBron out. The defensive attention on him has only increased with James sidelined for the past 7 games due to a left groin strain. But it hasn't mattered. Dončić is playing his best basketball as a Laker, getting more comfortable within the offense and with his teammates. Over the last 5 games without LeBron, Dončić is averaging 30.4 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 8.8 assists while leading the Lakers to a 3-2 record.
He had a couple of moments the other night. Dončić!
And the scary part, he's not even shooting at his usual level as he battles lower body injuries. But that hasn't stopped him from dominating. He's still getting to the free throw line and filling up the stat sheet as the engine of the offense. The numbers don't just back it up, they barely do justice to what Dončić is doing in Los Angeles. According to Cleaning the Glass, when Luka is on the floor, the Lakers are outscoring teams by 15.7 points per 100 possessions. That's 98th percentile elite. That's the type of impact only the all-time greats have on their teams. The overall net rating jumps by plus 35 when Luka plays, numbers that compare to prime LeBron or peak Steph Curry in their most dominant seasons. And it's not just offense. The Lakers' scoring efficiency improves by 5.6 points per 100 possessions when Dončić is on the court, putting him in the 87th percentile league-wide. That means the Lakers go from a solid offense to an unstoppable one with him leading the charge. The ball movement is sharper, the spacing is better, and defenders are stuck in impossible situations. Either help on Luka and leave shooters wide open, or stay home and watch him carve them up like a surgeon. But the real shocker is what happens when Luka isn't playing. The offense falls apart. The Lakers' efficiency tanks. One moment, they look like a championship contender. The next, they look like a play-in team. That said, while Luka took some time to find his rhythm, he has since delivered several trademark Dončić performances. Games where he's orchestrating the offense and breaking down every defensive scheme thrown at him. The first true Luka game, as a Laker, came in a dominant one. 23-100 win over Nikola Jokic and the red-hot Nuggets, who had entered the game on a 9-game winning streak. Dončić put LA on his back, lighting up the national stage with 32 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, and a block. It was a statement win and the moment the NBA world truly took notice of Luka's impact in LA. From there, he's had one monster performance after another. He dropped 45 points in a tough loss to the Bucks, including a ridiculous 29-point first half, showcasing his deep bag scoring with step backs and drives.
This is when he's at his best, when he's improvising. Oh my goodness, you got
But even with Luka going nuclear, the short-handed Lakers couldn't keep up. More recently, the Lakers snapped out of a losing slump in style with a 107-96 win over the Suns, and once again, Dončić led the charge. He posted 33 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals in 40 minutes, controlling the tempo, executing key plays, and keeping Phoenix at arm's length the entire night. Then came a near triple-double performance, 21 points, 14 assists, 9 rebounds, and 3 steals in a 125-109 win over the Spurs, marking his 10th straight 20-point game, the longest streak by a Lakers guard since Kobe Bryant in 2013. And what's wild, Luka shot just 5 out of 20 from the field. But even when his shot wasn't falling, his impact was undeniable. San Antonio blitzed him with double teams on nearly every possession, but that only unlocked the Lakers' offense. With Luka drawing 2 defenders, the Lakers feasted on 4-on-3 advantages, leading to his 14 assists. And if that wasn't enough, Luka followed it up with yet another masterclass against Denver, torching them for 31 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and a block, scoring 21 of those points in the first quarter alone. He shot 10 of 21 from the field and 4 of 9 from deep, setting the tone early and never looking back. Luka has always had a knack for making magic happen on the basketball court, and the Lakers, an organization built on superstar dominance, are starting to see the same takeover ability in Dončić.
On the switch, Luka's got the big on him, tries the 3, and hits it! The first.
It's obvious that Luka still isn't at 100%. Questions about his conditioning linger, and his shooting remains inconsistent by his usual standards. As a Laker, his efficiency has dipped compared to his time in Dallas, a clear sign that he's still working his way back to peak form. But the scary part? Even at far from full strength, he's still dominating the league like this. Now imagine what happens when he's fully fit. Dončić himself has acknowledged in interviews that he's feeling better every day, stronger, more comfortable, and closer to the level both he and the basketball world expect. And if his recent performances are any indication, he's almost there. Luka's game is built on a one-of-a-kind blend of size, elite shot creation, and a skill set that makes him nearly impossible to guard. He's already one of the greatest isolation scorers and creators the league has ever seen. That ability to dictate the pace of a game and control possessions makes him one of the deadliest clutch-time players in the NBA. When he's fully locked in, when that step-back 3 is falling consistently, and when he's explosive enough to get to the rim at will, he becomes arguably the most unguardable player in basketball, or as JJ Redick put it, a cheat code with an answer for every riddle. Teams try everything against him, drop coverage, blitzes, aggressive traps, but when Luka is at his best, none of it matters. His scoring, passing, and ability to make every possible read render even the best defenses helpless. And if this is what he's doing while still ramping up, the rest of the league should be very, very worried. Even with the improvements, the Lakers' offense still hasn't hit its peak. LeBron James has been sidelined with a groin injury, Rui Hachimura has been out, and one key player seems to be battling one injury after another. Because of this, Dončić has had to carry an even heavier load, and we haven't yet seen the offense in full flow with every key piece on the floor.
Just signed, 2-way contract. JJ Redick likes him. Dončić knocks down the 3.
Still, the Lakers are in a good place. As JJ Redick put it, the team is still fine-tuning things but is already generating quality looks on a consistent basis. I think it's all going to come together where we're finishing, we're passing, we're taking care of the basketball, we're making threes. But I'm pleased with how we're able to generate good looks fairly consistently. With LeBron and Hachimura expected back soon, the Lakers are on the verge of taking another leap offensively. Dončić has already shown he can command an elite offense, and once James returns, the team's spacing, ball movement, and overall chemistry will only improve. If everything clicks, a deep playoff run isn't just possible, it's expected. Winning it all, or at the very least making the conference finals, has to be the goal. During their recent 8-game winning streak, they've looked every bit like a contender, even climbing to the 2nd seed in the West. More importantly, Luka and Austin Reeves have stepped up and developed real chemistry, proving they can handle more responsibility and keep the team rolling. And when LeBron is back, he adds another elite, if not the ultimate weapon. His downhill drives and improved spot-up shooting give the Lakers yet another way to punish defenses. More importantly, his presence gives Redick the ability to stagger three high-level playmakers Luka, LeBron, and Reeves throughout games, ensuring that at least two are on the floor at all times. That's an advantage few, if any, teams can match. And even if this isn't the year, it feels like they're right at the doorstep. The Lakers aren't just knocking, they're about to break the door down. Luka has long cemented himself as one of the NBA's elite superstars. And now he's not just playing basketball, he's dictating the game on his terms, controlling the pace, and bending defenses to his will. With Luka in full gear, do the Lakers have what it takes to go all the way? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth NBA breakdowns.